Hello everybody. Welcome welcome again to the eSIM Summit. I'm Alejandro Pulido. I came from Madrid in Spain, where I'm part of Valid since already 8 years old. There I'm the eSIM product manager. Before I was working in standards, so I know all the evolution from end-to-end consumer and now the new IoT. As eSIM product manager, now I'm able to see what are the different use cases of our customers. And this is what we're gonna try to explore here in this presentation today with all of you. Actually, first, I would like to present my company. As I said, I work for Valid for already 8 years old. Probably most of you know already Valid. Valid is 65 years old history. Okay, so it's not a new company. It's not a company that started yesterday. Actually, among different things that we do identity and we do payments. But here we would like to focus on mobile, on telecom, because we are in the GSMA and Mobile World Congress, of course. So as part of our products, we are developing or we are creating eSIM, personalization services for eSIM, operating system for eSIM, secure, of course, also for IoT, end-to-end consumer and IoT. We are providing orchestration services for operator. We are also providing secure elements, operating system for secure elements, SNDP+, also SMSR and SNDP for end-to-end, and of course, SIMs for 30 years, because the SIM is there for a long time already. So nearly 1 billion devices are using Valid technology to connect to different network operators. We are the 5th SIM card provider worldwide, and more than 100 operators have trust Valid for their SNDP+, for their SNDP, for the SMSR, and in general, for the subscription manager for the eSIM. So, talking more about what we do, we also have LPAs, the local profile assistant. So this is the software in your device that allows to scan the QR code provided by your operator in order to download the profile, the subscription or the data of the subscription that allows you to connect to the network of the operator. We will also do the same for the IoT, which is also the IPA. Again, SNDP, all the subscription manager that generates the profiles on behalf of the operator. The orchestration services, OTA platform, which is very important. Actually, some people thought that the OTA platform were already dead, but no, we are seeing that the OTA platform is still very alive. And of course, we do profiles. We create profiles. At the end, this is just our products. And anybody, not anybody, but most of the companies can build these products and can build end-to-end ecosystem and can build a closed ecosystem. But I would like to put one example of one college, and probably some of you has also experienced the same. When you arrive to Las Vegas from abroad, you try to scan your QR code and it's not working. What do? Take your SIM card. Plug your SIM card because it will work, as Aidimi has commented before. Why? Because of the interoperability. And it's very important, the interoperability. As Valid, we are promoting different interoperability activities in order to ensure that there is no more closed ecosystems in terms of profile download, especially for consumer, but also for IoT. We have our interoperability as a service program, which is key to ensure that any profile, regardless of where it is generated, in which SNDP Plus is generated, can be loaded in any eSIM, regardless of where this eSIM is placed or where produced in. Of course, SNDP Plus, SNDP or SMSR, and the eSIM are GSMA certified. Okay? This is part of our culture, to provide interoperability, to help the interoperability for all the industry. But also in our culture, in Valid culture, we have the flexibility because we adapt to our customer in order to make integrations. We are also providing security because at the end, all of our portfolio is based on the same concept. We sell security. We sell secure entities, secure elements, secure platforms. The eSIM is, and we'll see after that, the eSIM is so special because of the security that provides in order to store the credentials from the operator. Additionally to that, the reliability of our products, that is proven, and our culture of user-centric and customer-centric, of course. So I said before, I was 7 years working in standard, so Yolanda can confirm my being in a lot of meetings with her, and I'm seeing also some colleagues from standardization here. But I'm not going to talk about the standard today. For me, it would be much easier to talk about the standard, but I'm not going to do it. And also, I will mention, of course, IoT, because it's impossible not to mention IoT. It's the trend today, and it will continue being the trend. But one of my colleagues here will be speaking tomorrow in the 5G IoT Summit, so I'm not going to mention anything or almost anything about IoT. Just to mention that all valid products, of course, are following GSMA rules, are following GSMA standards, and are fully certified, of course. But now let's talk a little bit about the use cases. And the use case, which is the use case, basically, about the eSIM. It's easy. Take the data of a SIM card and send to a device remotely. The data of a plastic SIM card that we have today, and still we are using today, the concept of the eSIM is how we send the data of a SIM card from a server to a device. So how is possible that a concept so simple has created an event like this, for example, where we are all sit together? This is the, I don't know, 4 or 5 eSIM Summit here in Las Vegas is the second one. But anyway, we can be talking about eSIM for hours, just to explain the concept of sending data from a server to a device. That is something that we do every day, every second. Why the eSIM is so special? Because of the security. This transaction is using a state-of-the-art technology in order to avoid any kind of attacks in the middle of the transaction. It is almost impossible to install a profile when it is sent from the SNDB Plus to the eSIM. So this security is precisely what is opening the eSIM to cope a lot of use cases, many use cases, and we can stay here talking about use cases, I don't know, also hours. But at the end, who is behind the SIM replacement? Who is behind the download trigger, the profile, the subscription, the data? What is inside the SIM and is inside the eSIM? The persons, the humans, the users. So at the end, all of us has the same need. We need connectivity. Some of us would like to know how our devices are connected because we like technology. Some of them just want to have the device connected. So about the eSIM awareness in general, it's true that it's very low because at the end, the user needs to have one use case covered, which is to have connectivity. And then, a part of this common use case, which is to have connectivity, we have something all in common, is that we like things in general, and we like connected things. So that is why the evolution of the standard covering multiple enabled profile, for example, multiple enabled profile is to have 2 subscriptions enabled at the same time in your devices. The evolution of the consumer in the IoT, this allows to have many devices connected at the same time, many devices that are making use of the security provided by the eSIM in order to be connected in the different networks. But still, some industries are still relying on the classic SIM. Now, if we advance more a little bit in the future, we will see how these things that today we are starting to connect to the network will become more and more intelligent things, because this one will be powered by artificial intelligence. And you may think, what is the relationship between the eSIM and the artificial intelligence? Well, if we think on the artificial intelligence as 2 components, one of them is generating or storing data, the other one is processing or consuming data, there is also a need for sending the data from point A to point B. if the connection is not secure, this data can be modified. So then even the more intelligent system, the more intelligent artificial intelligence can be compromised. That's why also the eSIM can play a crucial role in the artificial intelligence in the future. Okay. Then, if we go again one step further, we have that all the clouds or the services that we are providing in the cloud, so for example, the SNDB Plus and so on, but also the artificial intelligence that can be run in the cloud. We may have a constellation of clouds, a constellation of applications that are making use of the data from the cloud, and the central point is the eSIM. So again, thanks to the security and the state-of-the-art technology of the eSIM, we can see how the eSIM can become a central point of any evolution in general in any element that requires cellular connectivity. But now, we were talking before about the eSIM-only devices. Well, it's true that we know, all of us know, some examples of eSIM-only devices. By the way, there is not so this example. There are many other examples of consumer devices that today are eSIM only, but it is also participating in some of these devices that are eSIM only with our eSIMs. So that's why we are very into the interoperability, promoting the interoperability and helping the interoperability with operators. And also, our intention is to make the technology intuitive. Okay, we need to have the technology intuitive not only because of our customer, because we are in a B2B model. It's a business-to-business model, so our customer is another company. But we can help this company also to take and to explore the eSIM. For example, we have eSimplicity, which is a service or a proposal that we have to our customer. Especially this is focused on a small customer to help them to engage the eSIM technology in a very smooth way. We have also for the customer of our customer, because it is true that our model is B2B, but also we think on the customers of our customer, the person that is going to make use of the technology. For this reason, we are also creating LPAs. The LPA, the software that you have in your device, you scan the activation code and you download the profile. Sometimes it's not intuitive at all, depending on the device manufacturer, so we are also helping them to create intuitive LPAs. We are also helping the operator with the digital onboarding. This digital onboarding is as simple as I want a subscription from operator A and I want to engage with operator A. I don't want to go to the shop. We are living in a digital world, so let's try to make this onboarding, this engaging, digital. So this is our proposal, the digital onboarding. And finally, the EAM for IoT. I said I was not going to talk about the EAM, but about IoT, but just a little bit. So the EAM is the platform that will allow to remote control the subscriptions in IoT devices. But there is one thing that is missing here. We mentioned before that, there is not so many eSIM-only devices because one simple reason. Some operators are still not ready for eSIM. Still, some regions are missing eSIM services. So, of course, one OEM, one device manufacturer, will not launch an eSIM-only device worldwide if there are some regions that are not supporting eSIM. Okay, so Valid would like to help these operators to engage eSIM, to start supporting eSIM in order, well, to adopt or to increase the pace of the eSIM adoption. So how can we help them? We have many proposals. eSimplicity was one of them. We have also the orchestration services. And you may be thinking, what is orchestration? Well, if you think on an orchestra, in an orchestra, you may have different instruments that are playing together. If these instruments are not correctly guided, orchestrated, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be horrible. Okay, but if we have a good guide in the orchestra, we have the orchestration working perfectly fine. Also, all the elements will be coordinated between them in order to make it good. to hear the orchestra very good. So this is similar, okay? Our orchestration services make all the different components of the operators just work together to provide a smooth and the best eSIM service to their customers. And then, of course, very soon, very soon, about the IoT also, the EAM, some operators would like to provide the EAM service to their own customer. So we are also helping operators, MNO, MVNOs, MVNAs, in order to adopt as soon as possible the new IoT ecosystem. And about the flexibility, we mentioned before that part of our culture is the flexibility. We understand that the operator's network is something very complex. It's very complex. It's not just a pipe. The network, and now, for example, with 5G, the network is becoming also very intelligent. There are a lot of subsystems that needs to work all together in a coordinated way in order for any of us to have connectivity in our devices, but also for the IoT. So we, Pallet, are not gonna dictate how the operators need to build their network. We are gonna adapt to their networks because we consider that operators knows how to do their things, which is provide connectivity and create intelligent and powerful networks. We are gonna adapt to how they create their networks by using our own flexibility. And well, we've seen how the eSIM can be a central point of the new era of cellular connectivity. We've seen that how the new IoT architecture is gonna ramp up and gonna increase the adoption of the eSIM. We've seen how we can increase the consumer or the user eSIM, the consumer eSIM awareness. But because we think that really the eSIM can play and is playing a central point in the cellular connectivity in general. And finally, I would like to thank to all of you to be here. If you have any question, any comment, we will be very happy to meet you in our meeting room, which is the 1374. If you want to scan the QR code also to know anything else. And of course, any question, any comment that you may have, we can talk after the event. So we will be very happy to hear you.